Let me ask you this question. I'm a huge fan of the remake of Stephen King's It movies. You were a part of those movies. Can you talk about your contributions and just your overall experience? I'm sure that was awesome.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Okay, so first of all, the same production manager who initially discovered me, he was the production manager on the first It chapter 1, I guess you would call it in hindsight. So he brings me in and he's like, oh, I want you to meet the director. His name's Andy. And so with Andy, we talked for like 2 seconds, immediately like clicked. Like I'm like, oh, I get this guy. He's awesome. He immediately started showing me his own sketches. And I'm like, oh, the guy's an artist. He's a visual dude. He can, I already could tell the shorthand between me and him was going to be like so quick and simple, right? He won't have to sit and explain stuff for hours. He can just draw the sketch and I can just refine it or I can just add to it. So I meet him. I meet his sister, Barbara, the producer, who's like amazing. She's like the best. We're still like friendly, I'd say. And yeah, I worked on the first film. It was me on storyboards with Rob McCallum, who's another Toronto guy. He's the vet here in Toronto. And we had a blast. It was like a crazy summer, just like doing all the gags for all the scenes. One of the big scenes I got to do was the projector room scene.
Oh, I love that scene when he comes out of the projector where Pennywise does.
Yeah. And I remember Andy kind of pitched that he had the keyframe of him coming out of the projector screen, right? And then I got to do all the setup around it and kind of help him design the coverage and everything. And then I remember handing the boards and I just knew it was like a banger, you know? I'm like, as soon as he sees it, he's going to love it. I was just really, I don't know. I was really passionate about selling his idea on that and helping him sell it. I thought it turned out incredible. They used it in the trailer. It was one of the main trailer elements. And oh man, I remember seeing it in the theater. I'm like, fuck, it was so beautiful. It just turned out so fucking awesome.
So insane.
And, he's an amazing director. That was only his second film. And that dude, he's doing The Flash now. You know, he's...
You're talking about Andy? That was Andy's only second film?
Second film, yeah. He did Mama before that, and then he had done a short version of Mama initially, which got Guillermo del Toro's attention.
Crazy.
And Miles Dale. Yeah. But he had done advertising for a long time before that, I believe. Because he's from Argentina originally, and I think he was doing it in Argentina, Europe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly his previous works.
No.
But I got to know him. I got to know Barbara, and we were friends for sure. And then immediately when It Chapter 2 started up, they called me up, and I was right back where I started. And this time I was working on the first film. I was working from home, but I would come in for meetings twice a week with Andy. And then on the second, and also I got to work with on the first film. It was I can't remember his name at the moment. He was the cinematographer from Old Boy, and he's the DP on the first movie. I used to smoke cigarettes, so I would sit outside and have smoke breaks with him all the time. And I would just be asking him about Old Boy all the time, and he was totally sick of talking about it, but he would still tell cool stories about working on it. And that dude was awesome. He was incredible. And I think the result is he made the first movie so special, his cinematography style. But anyways, so then I started on the second film, and the second film I worked in studio for about 4 months, I think it was. I worked with Robbie Consign. He was the other storyboard artist. He had worked on a ton of Hollywood stuff. He's from LA. They flew him in for the movie. And then, me and him we would sit and hang out all day, and we shared an office, and the walls were just plastered in storyboards, and we would just, have meetings with Andy and hang out with Barbara, and that was about it. And it was cool. And the second one, we tried to double down and make it even bigger and better. Yeah, I thought it turned out awesome.
To listen to our full episode of the Creative Brick Road podcast, we can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher. And please hit the subscribe button for our YouTube channel.